A tremor has just shaken Hollywood's foundations. Not a movie plot, but a real-world power move. Netflix, the company that revolutionized TV, is buying Warner Bros. Studio and HBO for a staggering $72 billion. This isn't just a business deal. It's a signal that the streaming wars have entered a dramatic new phase. The entertainment world is being reshaped before our eyes. Netflix, once a DVD mail service, now owns a huge piece of Hollywood's legacy. The studio behind Casablanca and Harry Potter is joining forces with the home of Stranger Things and Squid Game. This creates a media behemoth unlike anything before. Why now? Traditional media is struggling to keep up with the streaming revolution Netflix started. Warner Bros. Discovery, weighed down by debt, is selling its crown jewels to focus on other channels like CNN and Discovery. For Netflix, it's a golden opportunity to cement its dominance and acquire a beloved content library. The announcement has sent shockwaves worldwide. What happens to HBO Max? Will movies still hit theaters? Will prices rise? We'll break down why this happened, what it means for your favorite shows, and why some fear one company holding so much power. This is the story of how your TV screen is about to change forever. The aftershocks will be felt for years to come. Let's dive in. To understand this deal, let's meet the key players. Netflix, the global streaming giant, hundreds of millions of subscribers, and a powerhouse of original content. Netflix is the buyer, using its market power to make a historic purchase and aiming to become the one-stop shop for entertainment. The seller, Warner Bros. Discovery, or WBD, a media giant formed by merging Warner Media and Discovery, Inc., but burdened by massive debt. CEO David Zaslav's solution? Split the company and sell its most prized assets, Warner Bros. Studios, HBO, and HBO Max. For $72 billion, Netflix gets a vast entertainment empire, the Warner Bros. Movie and TV Studios, HBO, and the HBO Max streaming platform. Netflix also takes on about $10 billion of Warner Bros. Debt. What's left for WBD? The company will be renamed, likely Discovery Global, and focus on cable channels like CNN, TNT Sports, and Discovery. WBD is shifting to live news, sports, and reality TV, leaving scripted movies and high-end drama to Netflix. This is a dramatic pivot for both companies. Netflix is betting big on content, while WBD retreats to its cable roots. The deal marks a turning point in the streaming wars. Netflix's acquisition of these assets is a clear statement. It wants to own Hollywood's future. The entertainment landscape will never be the same. This is consolidation on a scale rarely seen. The stakes couldn't be higher for both companies. For viewers, it means a new era of streaming dominance. The battle for your screen just got a lot more intense, and the industry is watching closely. This deal won't happen overnight. The announcement is just the first step in a long process. Both companies' boards have approved, but now regulators in the US, EU, and beyond must review the merger. This could take 12 to 18 months, so the final combination may not happen until mid-2027. First, Warner Bros. Discovery must split off its studio and streaming assets into a new company for Netflix to acquire. Only after this internal restructuring can the acquisition proceed. For viewers, the immediate question, what happens to HBO Max? Most experts expect HBO Max to be folded into Netflix, not run as a separate service. The transition will be gradual to avoid losing subscribers. In the short term, your HBO Max subscription will work as usual. Netflix and Warner Bros. Discovery will operate separately until the deal closes. So, while the news is huge, your viewing habits won't change right away. The real transformation begins once regulators approve and the two giants officially merge. Until then, it's business as usual for both companies. But the countdown to a new streaming era has begun. Netflix is spending $72 billion for one thing: content. Soon, Netflix will own the entire Warner Bros. Film catalog: Harry Potter, The Lord of the Rings, The Matrix, and the entire DC universe. Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman will become Netflix properties, with future films and series developed in-house. This is a major blow to competitors like Disney. Beyond blockbusters, Netflix gains a century of filmmaking history and Best Picture winners. On TV, the prize is even bigger. HBO, the king of premium television. Legendary shows like The Sopranos, The Wire, Sex and the City, and Game of Thrones will join Netflix's library. The HBO brand brings prestige Netflix has long coveted. Warner Bros. TV studio adds global hits like Friends, The Big Bang Theory, and ER. Combining this with Netflix's own hits, Bridgerton, The Crown, Stranger Things, creates a content library that's simply unmatched. Netflix's goal: something for everyone, all in one place. The acquisition makes Netflix the ultimate destination for movies and TV. For viewers, it means more choice and more binge-worthy content than ever before. The streaming landscape will be transformed. Competitors will struggle to keep up. Netflix's library will be the envy of the industry, and your watch list is about to explode. This deal is a stunning reversal 15 years in the making. In 2010, Netflix was a DVD-by-mail service, dismissed by Hollywood's giants. Time Warner's CEO famously compared Netflix to the Albanian army trying to take over the world. Back then, the idea of Netflix buying a core piece of the Time Warner empire was unthinkable. But Netflix invested billions, changed how we watch TV, and built a global subscriber base. While old media clung to tradition, Netflix built the future. Today, the Albanian army has conquered Hollywood. The company once mocked is now buying the assets of its former critics. Time Warner has been bought, sold, and renamed. Its crown jewels now go to Netflix. It's a humbling moment for Hollywood's old guard. No empire is too big to fall in the fast-moving world of tech and media. Netflix didn't just show up, it won the war. The streaming revolution is complete, and the spoils now belong to Netflix. Not everyone is celebrating. Opposition is mounting fast. The biggest concern: monopoly power. Lawmakers like Senator Elizabeth Warren call the deal an anti-monopoly nightmare. Fears are rising that a combined Netflix-Warner will dominate entertainment, stifling competition and creativity. Hollywood's unions worry about job losses, lower pay, and less leverage for writers, directors, and actors. Fewer studios mean fewer buyers for creative projects, risking a more homogeneous, less innovative industry. Movie theater owners warn that Netflix could pull blockbusters from cinemas, threatening the future of theaters. If Warner Bros. Films go straight to streaming, box office revenue could plummet. Regulators will scrutinize the deal for its impact on jobs, prices, and creative diversity. The backlash is fierce and growing. The outcome is far from certain. The battle for Hollywood's future has just begun. The big question for viewers: will Netflix get more expensive? With less competition, prices usually rise, and Netflix is removing a major rival. HBO Max has been a key alternative. With it gone, Netflix gains more pricing power. Regulators will watch closely to protect consumers from unfair price hikes. Netflix will argue that combining libraries is a huge value, but you'll lose the option to pay for just HBO or just Netflix. If you only want HBO shows, you may have to pay for the full Netflix bundle. Netflix also needs to recoup its $72 billion investment. The most direct way: raise subscription fees. While the immediate impact may be small, expect prices to climb in the years after the merger. Convenience will come at a higher cost. The streaming bundle era is here, and your wallet will feel it. This deal redraws Hollywood's map. For a century, a few major studios ruled. Now Netflix is cementing a new world order by acquiring one of them. The industry will be dominated by mega giants: Netflix, Warner, and Disney, with everyone else scrambling to survive. Smaller studios may merge just to compete. The result? An industry controlled by a handful of powerful companies, raising concerns about competition and creativity. The deal also signals streaming's triumph over traditional media. Netflix's focus will be on driving subscribers, not theatrical releases. Movie theaters could face even steeper decline. Netflix also acquires iconic studio lots in Hollywood and the UK, solidifying its transformation into a full-fledged studio. The line between tech company and Hollywood studio is gone. Netflix now owns the stages where entertainment history was made. The power shift is complete. The future of Hollywood is streaming. So, what does this mean for you? In the short term, not much changes. Keep using Netflix and HBO Max as usual. But by 2027, expect a major consolidation. HBO Max will likely disappear, its content moving to Netflix. Your watchlist will grow, and convenience will increase, but you'll lose the option to subscribe separately, and prices are likely to rise. The first hurdle: regulatory review. Will the government block the deal or impose conditions? The outcome will shape the industry's future. This is the culmination of the streaming revolution. The line between tech and Hollywood is erased. A few giant platforms will dominate your screen. The Netflix-Warner merger is the biggest move yet. Get ready. How you watch everything is about to change. The new era of entertainment is here.